Hello and welcome everybody to another Thor WCast. We are just getting started in this game, and pause, as is tradition, pause lock. Well, this does give me an opportunity to actually take a moment and take a look at the lanes. Over here on the left side, we have a Lady Geist paired up with an Ivy going off against a Bebop and a Warden, although I showed them backwards. As I always say, Bebop definitely has the potential to win any lane he's in just because of the power of the grapple arm. Hit a hook, win lane, and even if he doesn't, he's still a strong laner with Sticky Bomb and the uppercut and his good gun. Bebop's just pretty good, so I think Bebop Warden has the advantage here just because of the potential, and let's be honest, Ivy is pretty weak in the lane. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, we have a Wraith and a Lash going up against a 7 and a Mirage. I don't put a lot of stock into Wraith's power level right now in the laning phase. I don't think it's particularly good, so I don't think they're going to have a great time here. Meanwhile, 7 and Mirage are two incredibly strong heroes in the laning phase, and I do not see them having too much trouble against this lane. So, good luck to Lash and Wraith. This is going to be a tough one for them. And meanwhile, on the right lane, we have the Eternus and Yamato working together against McGinnis and Shiv.
Let's check out the shop.
So, normally, I would say that the McGinnis-Shiv lane is a pretty darn strong one in the current patch, and should have a good chance of winning, but I do think Eternus, Yamato have the potential to be able to win this lane with how strong they can be. And as I said before, the mid lane of 7 and Mirage winds up getting first blood. Much stronger lane than Lash and Wraith. They're going to have a tough time. In fact, the Amber Hand in general looks like, other than this right lane, they're going to have some difficult lanes to try and survive, let alone attempt to win. Uh-oh, Geist super low, and it turns out Geist is dead. Based on cooldowns, Geist got grabbed by a hook. Oh, an uppercut, keeping Ivy around them, and a chase down from the Warden is going to wind up losing his own life more than... No! It wasn't a bait, it was an actual melee. And down goes the Ivy. Great parry by the Warden. Meanwhile, at the mid lane, Lash is dead again. And pretty upset about Wraith being in this lane with him because, like I said before, her current laning capabilities are not the best. So it's looking rough. It's looking rough there. Meanwhile, the right lane is the quietest of all the lanes. No kills. No deaths. They're just trading farm a little bit here. Slightly in favor of the Eternus and the Yamato right now, but otherwise pretty even. Actually, after that wave, turns out the other one is a bit of a lead.
Ah, you have.
This is looking to be a bit of a rough one in this mid lane. I do not think this Guardian is going to stand for too much longer. Wraith and Lash are having a lot of trouble just staying alive, let alone trying to get a little bit of farm going right now. Oh, hold on 1 second. I might actually have to turn chat off. Should be... That might do it for us. And mid lane, first Guardian taken down in favor of the Sapphire team. Nothing surprising there. And 7 is now making his way toward the left lane a little bit. We'll see if he continues his progression over here and goes for a gank. If he does, it will likely be successful. We still don't have ultimate out for this Geist. She's only a couple hundred away from it, and she's not gonna get it in time. Down she goes, ultimate from the Bebop coming out. 7 chasing down the Ivy. Will it be enough to get the kill? Not with the stone form so far, but an ultimate pop. 7 is willing to drop the Storm Cloud in order to kill the Ivy. and guarantee this Guardian going down. And already we're looking at a 6k lead in favor of the Sapphire team.
All right, buddy, give him
Unfortunately, that didn't turn chat off. I need to figure out what command I need to put into the console to turn chat off in situations like this. Lash is going to get a grab onto both heroes and push them into the Yamato. Yamato should be able to finish off the McGinnis, and the follow-up will finish off the Shiv. Bebop goes for a hook, doesn't hit anybody, is going to get a little bit of a bomb onto the Lash, but there are 3 heroes here. In fact, here comes an ultimate from the Eternus. A sudden turnaround punch by the Bebop does get him away from the Eternus ultimate, but the chase down is still coming. It looks like the Bebop is going to live. The Eternus has died. The Yamato holding on to that ultimate for too long, or it just came off cooldown. I actually didn't see, and it winds up not allowing her to escape. And Bebop lives on just the tiniest bit of HP. Looking over here, we've got Geist and Ivy applying a little bit of pressure to this Guardian, but it has barely been touched. Wait a second. Warden? Warden, are you sure about this, friend? I know you've got your ultimate and everything, but... Okay, he's got backup. Here comes the Bebop. Will the Bebop grab anyone? No. Ivy lifts off the Geist, and back they go to safety. They are not going to continue trying to pressure into this Warden. They don't have a Guardian to fall back to. Warden still has ultimate, so it is kind of dangerous. Right now, we've got a little bit of a lull going on in the action. I mean, it's hard for the Sapphire team to make too many movements. They have no Guardians left over. There's been a lot of pressure onto them. They haven't taken a single Guardian yet. At the moment, this is just looking like a pretty big advantage for the Sapphire team. I know it's only a 5k net worth lead, but the map advantage they have cannot be understated. If they can continue to keep pressure on these lanes and prevent their Guardians from going down, eventually, in maybe another 7 to 10 minutes, it will start to really, what's the word I'm looking for? It'll really start to just kind of choke out the Amber Hand as they run out of flex slots to work with and don't get the extra souls from the destruction of those Guardians. They're doing a good job keeping up right now, considering they're down 3 Guardians and several kills, but
Everything.
at the moment, it's definitely in the favor of the Sapphire squad. Here comes Lash with the ult, and he's not going to wind up doing anything with it. It's a little difficult to hit an ult onto the Mirage in the first place. He can always tornado it. Over onto this left lane, it looks like there is a lot of pressure coming onto the Geist, but she will be saved by Ivy popping the ultimate. Flies them to safety with the airdrop. Oh, but on the other side of the map, a rundown on the Yamato from the McGinnis and the Shiv. She didn't even have time to pop her ultimate. That was just a kill. Just an absolute kill. Uh-oh, here comes Warden. Warden pressuring the Lash. Lash not jumping up properly, taking the long way next to Warden, getting pushed back down. Lash will be able to just barely get himself to safety. The ultimate from the Wraith might be able to keep the Warden away. He is still half HP, does still have his ultimate, but he's not going to chase any further. Lash will be able to survive with just a little bit.
Close, but not close enough.
7k lead now. The lead just inching ahead a little bit at a time by the Sapphire team. Right now, the big winner is definitely this 7 at 10k net worth and climbing very, very quickly. 7 is able to farm very fast, one of the fastest farming heroes in the game with the use of that power surge and, of course, his huge balls. 4 heroes making their way over to this right side area, but looks like the Sapphire team's not actually doing a push. And we got a bit of a pause on our hands. let's take stock and, never mind, it was a very short pause. I thought they might be there a little later. I was going to say we should take a look at what items everyone has. Just a little bit. We've got Mirage, very, very standard here. He's got a QSR on to the Jin's mark so that he can shoot a bunch. Fortitude, just to help him stay on the map. I honestly think Fortitude is overvalued right now. It's nice health and move speed. But I think people still give it a lot more reverence, I guess is a word that I could use for it, than it deserves at the moment. And it looks like Yamato should die here still, right? No? Oh, not quite. Getting away just barely. Anyhow, Mirage teleporting over into this area. 7 trying to help defend the Guardian. The Guardian will go down. Ivy gonna pop ultimate. Tried to grab the Geist, but the Geist was in a weird position, accidentally pressed a button and dropped down. Geist may have her soul swap, but not going to get it off. She honestly should have tried to go for it on the Mirage, I think. He didn't have his tornado up anymore, so he couldn't try to dodge it that way. Oh, no. Ivy got chased down. Rough. Let's see if a return kill could happen. Bebop is a punch build and will not get a punch off. Eternus, pretty low over here. Got his life saved by the Lash, pulling a death slam for him. And McGinnis just chases 2 heroes away by herself. The good news for the Amber team is that they haven't really been losing more net worth. The advantage has not grown on the Sapphire team. They haven't taken a bunch of damage on any of their walkers. They were even able to get 1 Guardian down so far. So they've been able to keep it competitive.
Time for a little
Despite how difficult the beginning of this particular game looked for them. Lash jumping around, dropping in, does a fair bit of damage, but losing half his health as well. Dive in by the Shiv, hitting that slice and dice and a ton of damage, but he is going to get popped up into the air and wind up dying. Over-aggressive there. And it looks like Ivy is running the urn. Shiv is currently dead, so they are at a advantage of a 5v6. But not really pressing the issue and running the urn as fast as possible. A lot of heroes not even converging there for the Amber team. Looks like they're just taking it and preventing the other team from being able to get it themselves. Maybe even pressuring this Guardian. Oh, wait a second. Finally jumping over, but that's a bad place to be. There's a McGinnis turret sitting right there. There's a Bebop that was hiding around the corner. That is not a safe urn drop to take. But what it has done, it's tied up these heroes on the Sapphire team and kept them over on the right side of the map, allowing a little bit of pressure to be relieved for the rest of the team. Now, there are 3 heroes here. It is very possible that the Sapphire team is going to do their best to try and get a push here. Bebop not going to land the hook. And 7 gets taken down on the left side of the map from a dive. It looks like the Yamato will likely be trading her health, or her life for it. Will Wraith be able to keep this Mirage at bay? No, Wraith is just going to run like crazy and keep getting chased down. Uh-oh, this Wraith is very dead with the Bebop showing up. Not going to hit the hook, but there's still 2 heroes here, and all Mirage has to do is point and click. Eventually, this Wraith will go down. Down she goes. Once the bomb goes kaboom, or once Mirage presses his 3 for the Jin's mark, this is a very, very dead Wraith. Down she goes. Let's take a peek at the right side of the map. McGinnis popped her ultimate, but will not be able to keep Lash at bay as he hops on down from above. Huge ground strike, leading to a kill, and eventually leading to that Guardian going down. So finally, they've unlocked that flex slot I was talking about. And, honestly, a lot of heroes buying, rather than build-up items, upgrade items, so they didn't really need it quite so soon. It wasn't that big of a deal, but it feels nice to get. The left side of the map getting a lot of pressure put down onto it. Bebop will go down, but the Mirage will just backdoor the Walker because, unfortunately, right now in this current patch, Walkers are made of paper mache, and they die really, really easily. Wraith chasing down onto the Mirage, and I think he's gonna die. There he goes. So they traded their lives for a Walker. If it was only the Bebop, I would have said worth. Now that Mirage has also died, a little bit of a more even trade.
Let's push your.
But in the meantime, we've got a McGinnis just running that urn over, and with 3 more heroes coming to back her up from the Sapphire team, more than likely this should be a pretty free urn, and the Amber team is not even going to contest it. They've got 3 heroes on the left side, ready to push this Walker. Lash is lurking around on the right side to keep an eye on McGinnis, but their real prize is trying to get this Walker. Will they be able to, or can 7 push them away? So far, it's looking a bit like 7 is able to push them away by himself. He does still have Stormcloud if he wanted to pop it, but the Walker will end up going down. And the Sapphire team really doesn't get anything for it. In fact, 7 is probably going to lose his life with the follow-up here. Oh, never mind, never mind. Yamato not willing to dive in, but the Ivy will finish him off, so it will be a trade 1-for-1. Meanwhile, on the right side of the map, Lash grabbed an ultimate, got some heroes with it, trying to keep himself from dying as he was alone, just trying to prevent them from turning that urn in, and because they have already dropped the urn earlier, it did slow it down quite a bit. Ultimate from Eternus will not be able to stop it. A beautiful wall by McGinnis is going to stop the advance of the Eternus. We've got Bebop chasing down onto the Eternus, a valiant effort by him to try and get out of this, but I don't think he's actually gonna get out of there. No, he is not.
Let them weep, Lash.
Absolutely in favor of the Sapphire team there, but in the meantime, once more, heroes taking down an objective on the Amber team. They get another Walker and narrow that lead back down. It's only a 3K lead now. Despite that rough early game, we've got the Amber hand making this very even now. Is Bebop a punch build again? Bebop's a punch build again. Seeing a lot of punch build Bebop lately. I don't know if it's the same person as last time. It very well could be. But, I mean, punch items are overpowered, so it makes sense for literally any hero to build a punch build if they felt like it. Except, I guess, super squishies like Vindicta or something. Shiv with a relatively standard build, punch and gun. Couple punch items, couple gun items. Got the one of the best gun items in the game right now. Weighted shots is really overtuned at the moment with how much it gives. Slowing Hex onto the Lash. Hook will not grab.
I see Lash.
Close dodge. Close dodge. Wait, McGinnis chasing him. I think Lash will be fine, though. He's a very, very mobile hero, and he does have stamina mastery, so difficult to chase him down. He's got a lot of potential to move around the map, hop around the rooftops, and keep himself safe. Let's take a peek at what Warden's got going on. All right, our pretty standard stuff from Warden. He's got build focused on his ultimate. The ultimate itself is already maxed out. The last stand is ready to go. Warden is ready for some police brutality. He just needs a target to chase down. And it looks like there's a Yamato, a Geist, an Infernus in the area, even a Lash. That could be the target he's looking to chase down. Here comes the Infernus ultimate. Let's see if that last stand gets popped. Yes, it does. Warden going in with a deep chase onto that Geist, and she will go down. Yamato in the area as well, getting chased. Yamato forced to pop the ultimate, probably gonna keep her alive for now, but I don't know if she'll be able to run herself out. With Wraith's help, though, she might be okay. Wraith has to run away, getting chased down herself behind her Walker. Here comes an ultimate from the Bebop just to keep the pressure going. The Hyper Beam gonna put a bunch of damage onto that, and Wraith even gets chased down behind the Walker in the meantime. That Walker going down.
They're in mid.
A huge team fight win in favor of the Sapphire squad.
Stay strong, buddy.
And they're headed right to mid, as you do when you kill, you know, most of the enemy team. Now, I do think that this was maybe... They should have gotten the buffs first, but they might still be able to get them anyway. Mid-boss is going to be theirs, and it looks like Mirage is moving over towards this movement buff right away, so at least one of them will be taken. In fact, you know, they're going to get the survivability buff as well onto the McGinnis, so they grab both of the mid-buffs as well. Doesn't cost them anything to go mid first. Well, with the lead that the Sapphire team has built up, it is possible that this urn is no longer an even urn. It's kind of close. I think it would be in favor of the Amber Hand, but like I said, it's kind of close. Bebop's picking up the urn. Yes, it does go to the Amber Hand, as I expected. I can do some basic math, just a little bit.
You're looking to survive.
Uh-oh, left side of the map. Wrong hero. Left side of the map.
Headed to York.
Mirage is just chasing 3 heroes away by himself. Okay. Warden does come in toward the end of it, but they were scared of the Mirage by himself. He is pretty strong right now. He is an overpowered hero, and he's got, you know, the basic building blocks of what he wants. Toxic bullets, siphon bullets, fortitude, fleet foot, kinetic dash. That's a lot. Ultimate from the Eternus will come out, but it will not wind up killing anyone. He's going to get chased back towards his Walker. A grab onto the Bebop, but only the Bebop, will lead to his... No, he's alive, just barely. Yamato pops the ultimate. Mirage being chased away. Bebop hiding in the corner, and it looks like he's going to be just fine. Warden in the back lines, as you can see, chasing people away. Mirage... Shiv even, getting chased down by the Lash. 7 stun from such a long range. Will force the Lash to run away rather than trying to finish off that Shiv. And they're just going to keep shooting this Walker, applying some pressure. Another massive drop in ground strike from the Lash. And with the assistance of the Wraith, does get a kill onto the Shiv. Mirage putting out ridiculous amounts of pressure onto this Walker. The Walker... being about as useful as, like I said before, paper mache. It will die soon. Basically, Mirage killed it almost by himself, just sitting up here, plucking away at it, and down goes the Lash. He just kind of gives up.
Ready to team fight. Victory will be glorious.
Let me just say, I hope Mirage gets gutted like a fish in the next patch. He deserves it. Uh-oh, looks like we've got some pressure coming down. A grab by the Bebop leads to a death on the Wraith. Let's hop around here. We've got Eternus doing his best to push them away, but he is just not strong enough to slow the advance of the Mirage, the 7, who are just taking everything they can. They've taken 1 shrine down. Will they stay for the other? It doesn't look like it. They're going to back off and play it a little bit safe. That being said, more base Guardians going down, getting pressured.
My team's gonna love
Rotation of the entire Sapphire team heading in here. There aren't any objectives to grab on the map at the moment. There's a little bit of jungle farm, but other than those neutrals, they... Okay, I was going to say they don't see much reason to back out, but here they go, backing out. Want to just turn me into a liar, I guess. The weird thing is they didn't steal the farm in the opponent's jungle on the way out. They just left it for them. That being said, they are currently up 26k. 26k is nothing to sneeze at. That is a pretty hefty lead. And on top of that, I think they have the team that scales better into the late game. Matchmaking blessed them with a much better scaling team. Wraith going down, just being brought down by the heroes on the Sapphire team. She did do a fair bit of damage to this Warden, but he's gonna be fine. Got a Cultist Sacrifice ready to pop. Got a Cultist Sacrifice ready to pop. Still got a... Oh my god. Dude, come on. It's off cooldown. You're wasting value. Ah! I'm sorry. I get a little passionate about that. Oh my god. He missed. I don't even think Yamato noticed him. He's just chilling. Well, they know he's there now. After that. He's gonna hop himself over this rooftop. Bebop just sitting there and messing with them. Finally grabs a hook onto the Lash, but Lash will be able to just chase him back down. Bebop has the entire enemy team here, and I don't think he can survive that. A lot of cheeky play out of the Bebop will wind up costing him his life. Alright, Sapphire team. The urn is up. Will you do anything to stop them from Doesn't look like it. Wraith is just going to grab it. This should be a pretty free comeback urn. There is a dead Bebop. They outnumber them 5-6. This is the net worth difference between them, is that Bebop. With that Bebop gone, they can actually have an even fight. Oh my god. Warden and his, I'm sorry, Warden has that much attack speed with, like, almost no gun items? That's ridiculous, dude. Alright, urn gets delivered by the Amber Hand. They are getting a fair bit of comeback gold for that, too. Comeback souls for that, even. So, this does help even it up a bit. Only a 17k difference now instead of a 27k difference. 2 heroes in the area. Lash will be just fine. I don't think that airdrop was necessary at all. In fact, that was a huge waste. Here comes the Warden, diving in with the last stand. He is doing tons of damage, does get ultimate. 4 heroes beating him down, but he is still alive. Finally goes down, but look at the damage and the chaos that he caused. Yamato gets taken down. Eternus is having a difficult time right now. 7 does pop the Storm Cloud.
7's missing.
And it is just owning the entirety of the base right now. He takes a bit of damage there, but... Uh-oh. Lash ultimate, counterspell by the 7 keeps him safe. Does not get them over the hill into the base. But it is still a deep, deep, deep death slam, so I don't think that Bebop can survive being pushed down here. Mirage, on the other hand, looks to be just fine. 4,000 HP right now. Combination of those scarabs and siphon bullets really boosting his HP up.
They are safe from me.
First stage of Patron taken down in favor of the Sapphire squad, and the Amber team will watch them run away, not able to really chase in. It's harder and harder to say it's winnable at this point in time. Mid-boss is going to be a huge contention. If Sapphire get it one more time, I don't think Amber can possibly survive. So let's hope the Amber team is willing to contest this mid-boss that the Sapphire team is doing right now. And if they aren't, I think that that is basically just giving the game up. So here comes Ivy. Will Ivy be able to pull off a miracle? No, too late. Way too late there. They do come in for the fight, but it's just going to lead to their deaths. This is not going to be anything they want. Lash probably going to die, and one more bullet? Looks like one more bullet isn't going to come his way. 7, never mind. 7 is, 7 runs at the speed of light. What's your move speed there, 7? 16 meters per second.
Well played.
Here, let's get some context. What's your move speed there, Yamato? 8.3 meters per second. 10 now? Alright, game is very, very over. Let's just watch the Sapphire team murder this Yamato and finish off the patron. It should be pretty textbook at this point. I don't see a world they could come back. Maybe if Lash was there and threw them all into the base. And even then, they'd probably still be able to just fight their way out and finish off the patron with the lead they have. Big victory for the Sapphire team on this particular game. Honestly, this felt like a matchmaking difference more than anything. You look at the Amber Hands team composition, and you do not see the most amazing team in the world there. Certainly there's potential there, but comparing it to the Sapphire team that has, like, 4 of the highest win rate heroes, 4 of the 5 highest win rate heroes in the game right now on it, seemed a little bit of a mismatch. Either way, well played by the Sapphire Flame. They were able to leverage their heroes very well, get themselves a big win. And that'll do it for this particular video. Thank you very much for watching. If you could leave a subscribe, a like, a comment, any of those things, it really helps YouTube's dumb algorithm point more people this way. If you like the content, it would help me out. I appreciate you guys hanging out and watching this. I hope you enjoyed the game. Thank you very much, and I'll see you guys on the next one.